I've been in school since 2009, and to walk across that stage and feel like, okay, so I did it, and then to run into this background check and just continually getting knocked down and having to get letters of recommendation from Margaret Carter and Ron Herndon. I mean, to me, that's it's almost like, I don't know, I just questioned for a while if I did the right thing by even coming into this field, because there's so many unseen barriers, especially with the background check, that I didn't expect.
I felt like when I got this degree, this meant the world to me. Like I had this ceremony, and I was so elated. It was like the best thing that ever happened in my life. And not only this, but I graduated on the dean's list. And so that meant the world to me. But then when I'm getting the door shut in my face because of past mistakes I've made, at this point, it means nothing. It means nothing. And that hurts me. I'm sad that I don't get to enjoy the hard work, because there's a lot of hard work, and I don't get to enjoy that and be able to give back.
My name is Terry Bluns, and I've been clean going on 6 years now. I have no person-to-person crimes for the past 20 years. I was arrested for one, but I wasn't convicted of it. I've been denied by the BCU twice. So I'm gonna go again for my third time, and I'm gonna see what happens. And if I don't pass it this time, I can apply again for the next maybe 3 to 5 years.
I've been clean and sober now since June 22nd of 2008, which will be 5 years. Also, I started school at PCC 2009, and since then I've graduated with my associate's degree. I just recently graduated drug and alcohol program. I graduated with my general studies in 2012, the associate's degree, and then I graduated from the drug and alcohol program just this year in 2013. But along with that, I've been in Phi Theta Kappa since 2009. President's List, I haven't fallen below a 3.7 the whole time I've been in school. I've been crime-free since June 22nd of 2008 when I was arrested. I have not had any interactions with the Criminal Justice Center since then. I applied for a job at Project Network, which is through LifeWorks, and I got hired as an RCF on call. I went through the criminal background registry check, and I was denied the first time, so that was really discouraging for me. I would think that I would be more judged on my skills that I have to bring to help save the lives of others versus what I've done in 2002 and 1999. And I just, personally feel like it's a waste of taxpayers' money to have 3 criminal background checks done from the same company, and there's no new crimes there. I've paid my dues enough to society, and I just feel like I should not have to continue to relive my past. I mean, my past does not dictate who I am today. And I've been clean and sober for 5 years, and I just feel like if I can't pass a criminal background check, a recovery mentor, they would never stand a chance to pass one.
The last time I was convicted of a personal person crime was in 1982, 30-something years ago. But actually got hired at 2 different youth facilities, but then was denied because of my past legal history that BCU says it's not, I'm not fit to work with this client population because of the mistakes I've made in the past. Well, when I started looking for work because I needed to be self-sufficient, everything required a bachelor's degree. Everything else, I fit the criteria, had the experience and everything, but everything needed a bachelor's degree. So I decided I would go get a bachelor's degree. So I figured that this would outweigh this. This is what my criminal history, this is every address I've ever lived at, even as a child, every person that, I was affiliated with, and they weren't such good people, but if you're around, your name goes down. And so this is 14 pages, and I'm real sensitive about it, and I'm tired of it revisiting me. People say, let the past stay in the past and move forward. Well, I think I'll move forward here. It was 4 years of hard work, dedication, perseverance, and determination to be able to be in a position to help someone who is going through the exact same struggles that I went through and overcome. After I got this degree, I thought I could just show up and say, okay, I have a bachelor's degree, can I work now? And they would say, okay, you're hired, but that's not happening. I was actually hired last year for a position working with at-risk youth girls, and the job offer got withdrawn because of my legal history and the BCU's hiring process around that.
A particular group of people who happen to have the power at that time, whether they knew it or not. I'm sure everybody's life has been hard in different ways, but there are people who have certain privileges, got to decide the rules for everybody. And they did it without thinking that there might be different life experiences or different perspectives to consider.
And so I put the application in for them online, and they got back a hold of me and they denied me with a denial letter. They said, if you want to appeal it, you can't. So I appealed it. This was last year. So at that time, I forgot that I had to round up all these things, but I ended up rounding up all my completions of everything that I've done since I've been clean. Certificates, proof of graduation from drug and alcohol treatment, and letters of recommendation, being a productive member of my community. And again, I was denied. Okay, so I resubmitted all these things that I've been doing. It took about 3 months or more for them to even give me the appeal. Her and her supervisor went over it, or what have you not. And then she says, I'm sorry, Ms. Boyens, but we're going to have to deny you again. I said, well, why? And she says, because you don't have enough clean time. I said, well, how much do I need? 7 years or something? She said, no, at least 5. I said, well, I have 5 years in January. We got an email from her stating that to tell you that you are denied right now because you can't submit anything until August of 2015. So I called down to the governor's office. They gave me another number, and I explained my situation, what happened. And so then somebody got a hold of me. She said, somebody will get a hold of you because I know who to give this to. And mind you, now all these people are in the same office. They're just in different rooms, or they're all in the same building. I didn't know none of this, and I'm like, oh. So Another lady got in contact with me, and I gave her my story, and she says, I'm sorry that this happened to you, so let me look into this. And so she calls me back a few days later, and she tells me, she says, well, Miss Barnes, I have good and not good news. She says, for one, you don't have to wait till 2015 to reapply. You can reapply of August of 2013. I said, thank you. She says, and she says also, she says, what we probably really want to see from you is somebody that really knows what you've been doing, and a new letter saying things that you've been doing out here in the community, and other things that you have accomplished since you've been clean. I said, okay. So she said, so you're all right. She says, and I need to apologize to you again to let you know that I really apologize how you were treated. I worked really hard to get to where I am. And it's like, it seems like every time a person of my background try to go forward, it seems like somebody wants to knock you back down